There are moments in life when everything looks normal on the outside, yet inside, it feels like a storm that refuses to end. We smile, we talk, we keep moving, but a quiet voice within keeps asking, why does this hurt so much? Why can't I just be okay? Sometimes the world doesn't break us. The thoughts inside our own mind do. And yet even in the hardest days, there's a tiny spark inside each of us that refuses to die. A soft whisper telling us that healing is still possible. All we need is one shift in our thinking, one change in the way we see our pain, and our entire life can take a new direction. Welcome to Life Shift Tales, where we show and tell inspiring stories that shift your mind and your life. Far away in a quiet valley lived an old woman named Devika. Some said she possessed wisdom older than the mountains themselves. She lived alone, surrounded by silence, but she never looked lonely. In fact, she always looked peaceful, calm, even when life had storms. One afternoon, a young boy named Karan climbed the hill to visit her. His eyes looked tired, and his heart seemed heavy. He sat beside her and whispered, "Why does life hurt me so much? Why do I feel sad even when nothing is wrong? And how are you always so calm when everything feels difficult?" Devika smiled gently, stood up slowly, and went inside her small house. She returned holding 3 small bowls. "These," she said softly, "saved my life." Karan frowned. "Bowls? How can bowls do anything?" Devika placed small black beads into the first bowl. "When my brother left this world, I believed my life would break. Every time a painful memory touched my heart, I dropped 1 bead into this bowl. 1 pain, 1 bead. And day after day, I realized something. This bowl was becoming heavier than my hands, just like my heart." She then placed fresh petals into the second bowl. "When I was alone, when everyone I loved had moved far away, I woke up each morning and forced myself to notice one tiny good thing. A soft breeze, a quiet sunrise, a stranger's smile. And every time I found something good, I placed 1 petal here. These petals are small, but look, they carried my heart when I could not." Then she gently touched the 3rd bowl, completely empty. "And every night, before sleep, I touch this bowl and say 1 sentence. I will not take today's pain into tomorrow. Then I imagine emptying whatever hurt me. I let it go. Before sleep catches me, pain may visit, but it must not stay." Karan fell silent, his breathing softened. Devika's eyes looked into his pain as she said, "Your thoughts are like these bowls. When you hold too much pain, your heart becomes heavy. When you notice blessings, your soul becomes light. And when you learn to empty your suffering every night, life can't control you anymore." Karan looked at the bowls again, black beads, petals, emptiness, and something in his heart began to shift. He whispered, "Do thoughts really change life?" Devika nodded. "Thoughts create everything. What you repeat becomes your reality. A small negative thought becomes a heavy life. A small positive thought becomes a beautiful future. Your mind is not your enemy unless you allow it to be." That evening, Karan walked home holding 3 small bowls of his own. Every day, he added 1 bead for pain, 1 petal for blessings, and every night, he emptied the 3rd bowl. Weeks passed. His heart grew lighter. His face grew brighter. And slowly, other villagers began following his new habit. A gentle wave of hope spread across the valley, not because life became easier, but because their minds became softer. We all collect things inside us, regrets, fears, disappointments. These are our beads. They weigh us down, But we also have blessings, moments of peace, small joys, gentle kindness. These are our petals. And each night, like Devika, we must learn to empty what hurts. Never sleep with stress. Never begin tomorrow with yesterday's pain. Positivity isn't luck. It is a daily choice. It is deciding what your heart will carry and what it will let go. When we can control what we store inside, life becomes lighter, clearer, kinder. If you feel this story applies to your life, please like this video. If you feel it deeply, stay till my next story and subscribe to Life Shift Tales.